Lockie Galvin's officially at Belmore. He's been named in jumper number 23 for the long weekend, the King's birthday long weekend. It's Michael Jordan's number.
23?
Yeah.
Shane Warne's number.
Shane Warne's number.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan started it all.
Yeah.
And Lockie Galvin's ended up with it. Isn't that poetic?
Yeah, a little bit of poetry and all that.
Is he going to play?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. There's still a fair way to go. We don't play till Monday. Bulldogs haven't played since 2 Thursdays ago, so it's a huge break, 18 days off in the middle of the season. Rep players went away. Coach gave them 6 days off. So they've really only come back in this week, and they've still got 4 sessions. What have they got today? Wednesday they train, Thursday they train, day off Friday, train Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and play Monday. So there's a few more sessions to go there. I think that the one thing as a coaching staff and in any discussions they've had with me is that there's no need to rush this. We've signed him for 3 years, not 3 weeks, and we need to make sure the team is confident and settled going into Monday's game. He has been training with them the last couple of days and fitted in really well from a personality point of view and all of that. And he's been very, very good with the other players. But the coaching staff will make a decision between now and Monday as to whether or not he plays a role Monday, or he may even go around in the New South Wales Cup. They play on the same day, so they play on Monday afternoon. Expecting or hoping for a big crowd. You know, we got 65,000 to the Good Friday clash against South Sydney. We think we can break that down. You know, I think the $10 tickets are back on for level 6 up there for people that want to come out and have an afternoon's entertainment. Big following Parramatta, big following Bulldogs. We got 45,000 to this game last year, and I think we can do better this year. So really hoping a big crowd turns up, and that'll be great experience for our reserve grade, young reserve grade side too. Mitch Woods is going to have his first game. Young Mitch Woods, people have seen him on the horizon for a while. He's going to have his first start in New South Wales Cup on the weekend because we wanted him to experience Accor Stadium with a good crowd there. There'll probably be 30 or 40,000 there to watch the reserve grade in the afternoon, make a day's entertainment out of it and come out and watch the football. Where Lachlan Galvin plays on the weekend, I don't know.
Have you sort of sat down and met him yet?
Yeah, I've seen him around.
Nice kid?
Lovely kid, yeah.
Do you think he's been rattled by what's happened?
Certainly doesn't show signs of that. He's been very determined. I think I was talking to Danny Widler the other night because they interviewed him for 100% footy. Danny went and interviewed him. I didn't know that interview was taking place. It was worked out with his manager.
Good start.
Well, I think his manager gave a couple of sides of media an opportunity to talk to him just because of how the sort of things had transpired. Danny said he'd never met a more mature kid, and he really handled the questions well. When they sat down, nothing was off limits. He could talk to him. There were a few things legally they had to pull out of the interview, and he wouldn't talk about because there are some other matters around his termination with the Tigers, but he just did that in his stride. Virtually, he said that everything has been under his control. He's run the race here. His manager works for him. He doesn't work for his manager. He's the one that told his manager what he wanted and where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do. The things escalated pretty quickly because his first intention was just to let West Tigers know he wasn't going to continue after the end of the 26th season, and he was happy to play out his contract there. How things escalated and from there it's been played out in the media, but how I thought his interview gave a more measured description of exactly what's gone on. If you take all the media fluff out of it and all the other agenda-driven stuff, he was fairly direct, he was very honest, and as he said, all the criticism that comes his way or whatever people think or what the media says, he said, I've got to cop that on the chin. Very mature. Like I don't know too many 19-year-olds that would actually have done the interview, to be honest. But to have handled it as well as he did, I thought was exceptional. But he's virtually been in there all day, every day. He's been in and around the coaches and the video room, and he won't go home. They can't get him to go home. He's on the training field for an hour after everyone's finished. He's keen to get back into it. And, as I say, we've invested in the player we believe he's going to be. We believe, over the next 3 years he can develop into, we have our opinions where we think he'll get to, and that's what we've bought. That's why we've invested in him. And as I said to the coaches, there's no hurry to find a solution in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we've got him for 3 years. It was just a great opportunity to get him into the system now so that we can get a running start on what his future is going to look like. How much of a role he plays this week or even this year, I don't know. So that's really up to the coaching staff and Lachlan Galvin. I'm not saying he won't play Monday, but that's far from decided at the moment. At the moment, he's on the extended bench. He's training with the team. He'll train with the team every day. And there's a good chance he might play New South Wales Cup on the weekend. If not, I'd imagine he'll come off the bench, but he certainly won't be starting in